But beyond the meme coins and the dinner parties, there's something else also brewing behind the scenes. As I speak, Eric, Trump, and Don Jr. are getting into the action, jetting around the world, building their own financial empire in the crypto business space. In Dubai, the Trump family's World Liberty financial firm announced a joint venture capital firm backed by the government of Abu Dhabi that would invest $2 billion using Trump digital currency. Now, I know it's hard to keep all these billions apart. You got the $2 billion investment in Jared Kushner by the Saudis. You got $5.5 billion investment by other Gulf nations in Trump properties. You got $2 billion here, $5.5 billion there, another $2 billion here, and pretty soon you're talking about serious money for the Trump family.
Donald Trump is not just running the most incompetent and unqualified administration. He's also running the most corrupt. Of course, Elon Musk bought his way into power and is now using it to steal billions of our tax dollars. RFK Jr. is not just a conspiracy theorist. He's a conspiracy theorist for profit, directing people through his position in the government to use his alternative medicine that makes himself and his freak friends richer. And now, Pam Bondi just got herself caught in an illegal scheme around the administration that is blowing up in Donald Trump's face. We are going to get into it all, but before we do, if I could quickly ask you to leave a like on this video, and if you haven't already, and you enjoy our channel, to hit that subscribe button. It goes a long way. And it really does mean a lot to me now. Before we get into this breaking news about our AG out of ProPublica, I want to hear from Congressman Joe Nagin, who called out the reason for what Pam Bondi just did in this clip right here.
Our 26th president, Teddy Roosevelt, once said that no man who is corrupt, no man who tolerates corruption in others, can do his duty by the community. That admonition rings true today. 4 years ago, I led an effort to ban stock trading by members of Congress, joined with colleagues on both sides of the aisle. For 4 years, we have tried to convince this chamber to ban members of Congress from trading stocks. Why? Because members of Congress should be serving their communities, their constituents, and their country, not their stock portfolios. In that 4-year span, 48 months, 1,400 days, how many millions of dollars have members of Congress in this body made from trading stocks? It's unconscionable. It's a practice that should have ended years ago. And we have continued to beat that drum month after month, week after week, day after day, and we will keep doing it until a majority in this body joins the rest of the American people, the public, in supporting a ban to this insidious practice. And I'm grateful to Representative Magaziner for continuing to beat that drum, leading the effort now over the last 2 years. It feels as though we're on the precipice, as Mr. Magaziner noted, of finally getting traction in this chamber to end this practice. But the one cautionary note I would offer, Mr. Speaker, is that in that 4-year span, as I mentioned, this journey, this battle that we have waged, again, colleagues of mine on both sides of the aisle, to ban stock trading, I have heard virtually every excuse in the book from some of my colleagues. It's too complicated, there are competing bills, the legislative text is complex. This is very simple. Just ban it. Not 5 years from now, not next year. Let's just put a bill on the floor to ban it, period. Members of Congress will no longer be able to trade stocks. Simple as that.
Illegal insider trading runs rampant throughout Congress. And of course, this is an issue that we see Republicans engaging in. And unfortunately, there are Democrats who do the same as well. But the latest example in connection to Donald Trump is possibly the worst we have ever seen from Marjorie Taylor Greene, from the Trump family themselves, and now from the Attorney General of the United States, the person who is supposed to be executing on laws in this country is now breaking them. And ProPublica shared it all in this breaking news piece. Right here, Pam Bondi sold $1 million plus of Trump media stock on his Liberation Day. Attorney General Pam Bondi sold at least $1 million worth of shares in Donald Trump's social media company on the day he announced the sweeping tariffs. Bondi, who was tapped by Trump to lead the Department of Justice, sold between $1 million and $5 million of shares in Trump Media and Technology Group, the company that owns Truth Social, on April 2nd, according to documents obtained by ProPublica and CBS News the same day. Trump confirmed his long-term tariff plans on global imports. Trump, who dubbed the occasion Liberation Day, unveiled a 10% baseline tariff for dozens of countries and additional higher tariffs targeting specific nations, including China. Democrats have separately expressed outrage about the alleged insider trading after Trump posted on Truth Social, "This is a great time to buy." DJT just hours before announcing a 90-day pause on nearly all the tariffs he had previously proposed. Trump is creating giant market fluctuations with his on-again, off-again tariffs. These constant gyrations in policy provide dangerous opportunities for insider trading. California Senator Adam Schiff posted on X, who in the administration knew about Trump's latest tariff flip-flop. Ahead of time, did anyone buy or sell stocks and profit at the public's expense? Well, the answer is clear. Yes, Pam Bondi did insider trading within the administration of Donald Trump's own stock. Like, how much clearer could it possibly get that she was getting information from the president before he announced his tariff plan, and she knew exactly what to sell? And there are still more stock trades that will come out from Pam Bondi. And I won't be surprised if we see where she's been dabbling in her corruption, if she bought the dip, if she sold off other stock before. But people in this administration knew, and all at the cost of us Americans, when Pam Bondi is selling stock, it is impacting the companies that she is selling off. It is lowering the prices even more. So Pam Bondi is using her position in the government to screw you over. Not only did Donald Trump turn people's 401ks into a 2011k, he did it with the help of his attorney general. Are we serious? This is insanity, especially highlighted with the corruption that Pam Bondi is saying is totally fine. When we look at the big old gift that Donald Trump is getting from Kier, his nice new toy is a little jet that Adam Schiff also called out right here.
You've heard about the meme coin by now. This is, I think, the logo of the meme coin. The president's most brazen cashing in. A corrupt effort that's already made him and his family billions of dollars between its soaring values and the trading fees. Now, this meme coin's gone up and down in value, but the thing is, every time it gets traded, every time it's bought or sold, this guy gets a cut. He gets the fees, estimated already at the value of hundreds of millions of dollars. It's like posting his Venmo account online, inviting personal monetary tributes from foreign powers, foreign investors, or anyone else who's willing to pay up. You've heard about the private dinner that they're offering associated with this meme coin. The top 220 meme coin owners, many of whom are foreign investors, invited to a private dinner with the President of the United States. Businesses are buying and jockeying to be one of the favored few who also get a private audience with him if they're willing to buy millions of meme coins, not to mention a personal tour of the White House. But beyond the meme coins and the dinner parties, there's something else also brewing behind the scenes. As I speak, Eric, Trump, and Don Jr. are getting into the action, jetting around the world, building their own financial empire in the crypto business space. In Dubai, the Trump family's World Liberty financial firm announced a joint venture capital firm backed by the government of Abu Dhabi that would invest $2 billion using Trump digital currency. Now, I know it's hard to keep all these billions apart. You got the $2 billion investment in Jared Kushner by the Saudis. You got $5.5 billion investment by other Gulf nations in Trump properties. You got $2 billion here, $5.5 billion there, another $2 billion here, and pretty soon you're talking about serious money for the Trump family. This deal alone will generate hundreds of millions of dollars in revenue and fees for the Trump family. So that's the art of the deal with this president. Trump gets rich, you get screwed, over and over and over again. It's obvious to anyone who looks, but it bears repeating. He does not care about you. He does not care about making your life better. He does not care that prices are soaring or that home ownership seems impossible. He doesn't care if you have to choose between rent or groceries, let alone whether you'll be able to take that family on a vacation that you've dreamed of. He doesn't care if the health care you rely on gets cut or your local Social Security office closes down. He doesn't care. If it helps pay for his billionaire tax cuts, it's all the same to him. He does not care. Trump cares about one thing and one thing only. The same thing he cared about when he wrote this book. And the same thing he's focused on every day of this presidency. Deals to make himself richer, to make his family richer, to make his billionaire friends richer. And my colleagues, he is succeeding. He is succeeding beyond his wildest imagination. He will likely make more money in the next 4 years than he did in his entire life up to that point. In fact, he probably already has. With new gold-plated skyscrapers around the world and a suite of new golf courses to match, a fancy new plane, a speedy new Tesla with the richest man in the world in the passenger seat, a crypto empire and projects around the world that will keep the gravy train going for generations. And no matter what wreckage he leaves behind here, he knows that he can head off to one of those gold-plated skyscrapers, look down on the rest of us, and chuckle at his good fortune. The art of the deal, indeed. For Donald Trump, not for you.
I talked about this with Senator Chris Murphy, but the fact that it is just getting glossed over, that the plane goes to his library after it's just going to sit and just be something for us all to enjoy and to look at. No, first of all, as Chris Murphy said, Donald Trump's library will be a for-profit effort. Second, it won't be built for many years, if not decades to come. President Obama's presidential library still hasn't been built. So if he had gotten a $400 million jumbo jet from Qatar after he left the White House, he'd still be using it. And there's been millions of dollars of cash dumped into a slush fund for Donald Trump's presidential library that he can use as he wants for corruption, and probably will use to fly around on that plane. This is what's happening. It is insanity. We're going to keep calling it out on this show every single day. And if you want to support that, as always, you can hit that subscribe button, leave a like on this video, and if you stuck around to the end, you can drop a blue heart in the comments. And until next time, I'll see you soon.